Hey, let's look at another question word which is so useful. It is kya. Kya. And the kya is such an amazing word. It's the most important question word. If you don't understand anything, you can say kya? What? Like how we say in English. Or somebody calls out to you, hey Ash, and you say kya? Like what's going on? What's up? But the most important use for kya is with a longer sentence, and we've already done this. Remember how we've used ye? Would you remember what's ye? Ye means this, and we've done it before like this. Ye pencil hai. This is a pencil. Remember how we've done this? Ye at the start, hai at the end, and then everything else in the middle. Right? That's our usual strategy for Hindi. So you replace the pencil with kya. Ye kya hai? Ye kya hai? This is how you ask, what is this? So remember, in Hindi, the most important part you want to remember to make it sound real Hindi is the kya comes in the second place. Ye kya hai? Ye kya hai? And now you can have this call and response, question and answer type thing. Ye kya hai? Ye building hai. Ye kya hai? Ye watch hai. Try to use English words so you can move faster. Don't try to use all of the Hindi at once. You might burn out. We have taught hundreds of students, and this is our experience. You want to think in English and just replace a few of the words in Hindi. That'll help you move faster. So ye kya hai means ye building hai. Now can you guess what happens? Of course, ye is this. What if I make it wo? Wo kya hai? Ye is this and wo is that. Wo is that. So you can say, you point to something and say wo kya hai, and you can say wo building hai. Wo building hai. Right? So ye kya hai and wo kya hai. So very easy, but I can add more parts to this. So let's try it this way. Suppose you want to ask, how do you say rice in Hindi? You can say rice kya hai? What is rice? And you can say rice kya hai in Hindi. So you're saying a part of it in English and part of it in Hindi. You say rice kya hai ... in Hindi. Of course, the correct way to say this, and you'll soon be able to say it, is Hindi में rice को क्या कहते हैं. Wow, that's a mouthful. It's much easier to say rice क्या है in Hindi. Done. Or you even say rice क्या है and done. That's the answer, and people will then tell you the answer like this. It's chawal, which is the answer. This is how you say rice. So can you try one more? How can you ask someone, like, can you tell me what's the word for house in Hindi? House kya hai? Right? How can you ask what's the word for butter in Hindi, which is a very popular food item for most Indians? Yes, butter kya hai? This is the easy way to say it. Of course, there are other more better native speaker style ways to say this, but butter kya hai? And the word for butter is makhan. Great. Let's move on. See if you can quickly understand what I'm saying now. Ye kya hai? Ye bag hai. Ye mera school bag hai. ये क्या है? ये पेंसिल है. अच्छा, वो क्या है? वो डॉग है. वो बिल्डिंग है. वो मेरी कार है. The word for car is a good one. It's गाड़ी. वो मेरी गाड़ी है. वो मेरा private jet plane hai. वो मेरा luxury mansion hai. You can say many things this way. Now, though, let's add some more Hindi words. Many of them purposefully, you don't know them, and I'm gonna practice this way. So you can start to guess what's around those words and try to understand it better. Address kya hai? Can you guess this? Address, right? The English word address, kya hai? So can you guess what this means? Address kya hai? Remember, the kya means what, so this would mean what's the address? Of course, we're going to practice this more in the upcoming sessions, but I'm just giving you a flavor for how you can just pick certain words, combine and understand the English words, and then interpret as a whole sentence. Address kya hai? Meaning kya hai? What's the meaning of it? Right? Meaning kya hai? Etc. Menu kya hai? Go to a restaurant and you can say what's on menu? What's the menu? Right? Things like that. All right, finally, let's go for a nice expression, and that is bus. Bus means enough. As you know, as Indians, we like to feed you a lot of food. So if somebody starts feeding you too much, you say bus bus. You can even say two buses at the same time. You can say bus bus. That's a lot. That's enough. I'm full already, right? Or the bus can also mean kind of like it's enough. Ash, you've spoken enough for today, so this much Hindi is enough. So you can say bus, I'm done for today. And this is where we will pause our video and we'll move on to the next one, and let's move